Let's focus on something that's really been the stock of the day of sorts, and I'm talking about Siemens in even a market that's gotten a little wobbly today. Siemens has been seeing steady gains, still up over 5%, 5.5% right now. Now, the news flow is, of course, very, very clear. The NCLT has approved the demerger of the company's energy business, and this is happening globally, including in India. And very soon we'll have two separate listed entities, including the energy business itself. Hormaz is here with more details. Hormaz investors definitely getting excited at the prospects of getting those energy business shares.
Powering along, as they would like to call it. But yeah, it's a good day for the shareholders of Siemens India, especially after the battering that the stock has taken. It's down almost 40% from its highs. But of course, the news flow, as you mentioned, the NCLT demerger coming, the approval for the demerger coming in last night. It has taken effect from the 25th of March, which is yesterday. And the equity allotment ratio has been fixed as 1-for-1. So the demerged entity, the shareholders of Siemens India, for every one share, will get one share of the demerged entity as of the record date, which has been fixed as the 7th of April. So that is another thing that needs to be kept in mind. Now, after the demerger, Siemens Energy, of course, will have the energy business that has been demerged, but the original entity, Siemens India, will have the digital industry, smart infra, and the mobilities business. And going forward, the energy business will, of course, become a separate listed entity as well. And this will, the company believes, will lead to some value unlocking. Guillermo Vieira de Mendonca has been appointed as the MD and CEO of the demerged entity, and Harish Shekhar has been appointed as the executive director and the CFO, who was the head of finance of the energy business, of course. Now, if you take a look at the numbers, now for SY24, Siemens, of course, has a financial year that ends in the month of September, so they follow an October to September format. The energy business grew at 5%, but the overall business grew 19%. And of course, the margins too for the energy business were higher compared to the entire entity on a consolidated basis. For the first quarter of for SY25, if you can see, the growth for the energy business was a lot higher, when the overall business actually saw a decline when it comes to growth, and the margins too were higher for the energy business going forward. So positive development coming in for Siemens. It'll be interesting to see now, once the listed entity goes in, some value unlocking emerging for shareholders.
Indeed, the street will now watch for perhaps Siemens Energy India's listing on the stock exchanges. So that will be the value unlocking the street will watch closely. But Prakash,